Well, hello everyone and welcome back to PlayFrame and to Final Fantasy XIV Story Mode. Who's ready to continue the adventure? Derman is. So ready. Anyway, let's talk to Minfilia and see if there's more to do. Minfilia has another lead for you to pursue. Ah, excellent. I increased the size of the text. We'll see if it helps. I's and L's are a little easier to tell apart. Now we just have to see if this gets in the way, but whatever, it's fine. While you were tending to business in Thanalin, some new information arrived courtesy of our friends, the Sylphs. An individual fitting La Hebrea's description's been sighted in the North Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the self-same area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing, we'll be able to pick up La Hebrea's trail once more. Noraxia can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there, Derman. I will, thank you. All right, another lead. Hopefully we won't screw it up as bad. I guess we can't take blame for it going bad last time. It was just a bad mystery is all. I'm a good detective. The mystery was to blame. Wait, hold on. Are you the guy who was in the cart when we first were coming in to town? To Ul'dah? Excuse me, lad. This might sound strange, but you haven't by chance seen a fella that looks exactly like me? I'm looking for my twin brother, see, and I heard that they might have come through here. That's fun. They could be dead for all I know. At least it feels like I've been chasing ghosts for an eternity now. Well, good luck with that. What a weird little coincidence. Anyway. Hello? Ah, there you are. Walking One is to investigate Sinister One. Then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with a Walking One in the Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a Digging One named Medrud had an encounter with a scary Masked One. This Masked One is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One Medrud. Digging One is to be found at Fallgourd Float in the North Shroud. Got it. Okay. Well, we got a place to go. Were y'all having a conversation? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Look, Noraxia, I realize that this makes no sense to you, but you must try to be more discreet. Years ago, a law was enacted in Ul'dah whereby... Please, just trust me and stay out of sight. What are you talking about? Noraxia and I both wear a mask. We're going to get along famously, I just know it. I like you, Ida. Okay, to Fallgourd Float. They can be a slow burn, these MMO stories, but worth it, I assure you. Eventually, that slow burn turns into a full-on strength. It's not like it's a huge weakness here, it's just... Anyway. Lots to look forward to, is my point. That I've made many a time already. Hello, Medrud. Please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. I looked death in the face. 'Tis only a matter of time before he comes for me, just like he came for that poor woman. What are you talking about? Medrud is clearly traumatized. Perhaps if you were to soothe him, he might remain calm for long enough to hold a conversation. Sounds great. Here, you just sit tight. I'm going to dig into my emotes menu. I could type it, but it's more of a pain in the butt, I think. Soothe is in here. Ah, here we are. Be soothed. I love our emotes. You're right. It's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true, but that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. It was just another ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance, a masked man garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow, a winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared to see the corpse of a woman. One glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. In that instant, I knew right away that the masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. Close, but no. What? You're investigating this same masked man? If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Aye, anything to ensure that we won't have to suffer Medrud's hysteria ever again. All right, teamwork. That's what I wanted to... Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping this adventurer. It's the least I can do to repay him for comforting me. I agree. And I'm happy you're happy. Look at that grin. Okay, well then, y'all go about helping me out here. Love your pipe. Ideen has a proposal to make concerning your investigation. You know what, I should maybe scale this up too. I love that you can just scale up UI. Like, UI is so malleable in this game, it's great. Has a proposal to make concerning your investigation. So here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin known as Z's could inflict such wounds. That's why some folk are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer is that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures, and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths? Alright, sure. A surprisingly small portion of the quests I have to do in the main story are kill quests. Quite contrary to the reputation MMORPGs tend to have. I guess they're all fetch quests instead, where I just run around talking to people, but I kind of like that better. All the better for story delivery. Now, where are these Z's? Are these Z's? These are Z's. Excellent. I'll take care of these and be right back with you. Quayfriend, come help me out. Quayfriend, thank you. To battle. All right, folks. Mischief managed, all in a day's work, etc. What do you think? You've already seen to the Z's? Good work, adventurer. So were you able to find aught to suggest the creatures are our culprits? Nothing? Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike Z's from our list of suspects, which leaves us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. This is so ridiculous. I agree. So that was for nothing. You're not helpful. Ideen has further knowledge of the mysterious deaths, do you? There's something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I'd better watch myself, huh? Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor been going around. There's some as whisper that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm gonna give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give him a gander. How will that help? I'm gonna talk to your friend. I feel like your friend might be more useful. Ivoro has information to share regarding your investigation. I wonder if I was close. Ivoro? There is something you should know. I've been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Medrod's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was a coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely at the same time as Medrod's. I was headed home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. Where you screamed? Oh, where the guy was, right. That makes more sense. Okay, I'm off to take care of these tasks. Blow up a rock for no reason, and investigate another rock for more reason. Okay, we're getting pretty close to... I'm guessing these are what I'm going to blow up, yes? Blow up rock. A hollowed-out wooden tube filled with several ounces of fire sand used in mines and tunnels to pulverize large boulders and clear away cave-ins. Oh, ground targeting mode. Cool. All right, Quayfriend, stand back. We're gonna blow up some rocks, okay? Here we go. Fire in the hole and such. Did that... Oh. Ooh, a humming crystal. Give. Well, I have a rock. Oh, there's more of them. Okay, let me grab the rest of these and then let's head over to that location that our other friend specified. See if that's more useful. I think these sort of quests are one of the big reasons that A Realm Reborn gets more of a bad rap. Because I've been talking down on it a lot over the course of this playthrough, but it's, like, as MMO stories go, this is perfectly fine, if not better than a lot of what you'll run into. But, like, aside from just the... Oop, hostile presence. Ah! Large scorpion. Dead scorpion. And done. Aside from all of the aspects of, like, execution that aren't quite there yet, like, the voice actor direction, the dialogue, which is a little weaker than what they'll be writing later, and just lots of those other aspects. It's this quest design that kind of feels like the story treading water for long stretches of time. Like, it kind of feels like there are some quests you probably could pull out of this, and not a whole lot of value would be lost. And I say that because they already pulled a bunch of quests out of A Realm Reborn. Because, like, they weren't contributing a whole lot of anything, and not much of value was lost. And I think I'm of the opinion they could probably pull a few more out. But we'll manage. And there's still stuff to enjoy, and we're getting familiar with the world and its characters and the metaphysics of how everything works, and that stuff is going to be so important long term. So, this is not wasted time, is what I'm saying. Hello, I have rocks. Most folk are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the Rock of Rancor. Yeah, it has a name, but what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, huh? Nothing. Here's rocks. Bigger than a shard, but not quite large enough to be a cluster. The energies emitted by this crystal lightly tingle the hands of any who touch it. A lightning aspected crystal. Huh? Why, these are just garden variety crystals. It's a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with a masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both of your time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. That you have. But I got to blow something up, so it's not a total loss. As for you, a monstrous Banemite appeared. Then you slew it? That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Fallgourd. Intentional or no, you've done us a great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw? Or merely a trick of the light combined with blind panic? Y'all are no help at all. Why am I talking to you? Medred, why am I talking to you? Yeah. That's an image. Medred is troubled by the dearth of new developments in the murder investigation. Yeah, that makes two of us, buddy. There have been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep knowing that the killer's still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I'd been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt it was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a Banemite. But you and I were malms apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend here had a run-in with the Banemite at the very spot you claimed to see that fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? Yeah. There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I'd wager an apple tart on it. Ooh, he's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be... Gods, of course, there must be more than one of the buggers. Oh, it's so obvious. But then that means, since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, then there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. Oop. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the expert. Yes, we are just civilians, after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. Well, I burn to know the truth, or while I do, some things are best left unknown. Lest you've forgotten, it was at the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There's a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. You have all been zero help. Good luck out there. I'm leaving. Come on, quick friend. You want something done, you gotta do it yourself. It's a really pretty area, by the way, in case you hadn't noticed. Fallgourd Float. Very lovely. You got waterfalls, you got water, woods, rocks. Lots of pretty sights out here. I like it. Anyway. Back to the investigation. Looking a little more desolate out here. Less woodsy. Oh, wait, I'm way too high up. Can I just drop off? I can. It's gonna hurt a little bit. Ow. But we're fine. You can't die from falling from great height. You can only be reduced to 1 HP. Granted, if somebody hits you, or if you're kind of already low on health and then you jump from great height, I think that might still kill you as well, but generally you can do jumps, and that's nice. Ah, a corpse. Good. And hey, eyeball. Boy, you're a sight, huh? Hey, don't you look at me. That, by the way, we're going to run into that plenty in the future. Like that danger puddle that popped up in front of it, but also that had that like red glowing eye. If I was standing in that, I would be afflicted with some status ailment, maybe like petrification or blindness or who knows what, or fear sometimes. There will be some enemies that, usually bosses like in dungeons and raids, where if you see that symbol, you need to actually physically look your character away from that enemy before the move goes off, or you will be hit with that status effect. It's just one of many things you need to learn how to dodge. There's a lot you have to learn how to dodge in this game the further you get into it, which is fun. Quayfriend, you're kind of in the... Quayfriend, do you think you could... Quayfriend, I think I'm going to go ahead and let you, withdraw. Go have a rest. All right. We've got the corpse, and present the ravaged corpse to Aethelmere. 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 I can do that. Well, hello. I have a corpse for you. Congratulations. Lucky you. Greetings, adventurer. Is there aught I might assist you with? Yep. Have a body. All yours. The body of this poor soul has been defiled in more ways than one. Gods be good, not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I can't seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the central shroud, while the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any. Sightings of the winged eyeballs are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end, none can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them so as to notify their next of... This button, engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil, or that of an organization, perhaps? Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. Man, I hope so. I barely even remember what I'm trying to solve these days. It's just mystery after mystery out here. And I don't manage to solve most of them, it feels like. I'm really due for a win out here, Aethelmere. Help me. Aethelmere wants to help, or wants you to hold on to the button. Aethelmere, I need to figure out how to say this. I'd have you hold on to the lily button. You'll need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you've proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Mione. Mayhap someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon this sigil. That's not a bad idea. We've not seen her in ages. Let's go to Gridania and see Mione. Whew. But they are giving me the runaround these days. Investigating is hard running work. Hello. It's me again. Good morrow to you, Dermot. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. No, but boy, that would be nice. A lily sigil is carved into this tiny ivory button. Please tell me this is a clue. Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving's quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body. Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I don't recognize the lily sigil. You'll have to find the answer the old-fashioned way, by asking around, of course. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by the Aetheryte Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Alright, well... back to the investigation again. Maybe this time I'll finally solve a case. I'm due for a win, Bernadette. Hi, I'm Dermot. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Show me what you have. It's a button. It has a lily on it. It's fancy. Seems to be some manner of decorative button reminiscent of those worn by the families of old, though I can't claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there's a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Saint-Goulid over at the Lancers Guild. I don't know if that one's supposed to be French pronunciation or not. Actually, it doesn't really look like it, does it? Saint-Goulid, let's say that. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a forename basis. And it's a shame I'm probably going to butcher her forename, but so it goes. Saint-Goulid? Saint-Goulid? It's kind of like adjacent to like Sigrid or something like that, right? Saint-Goulid? Saint-Goulid? If I just say the name incorrectly over and over a bunch of times, surely I will come upon the correct pronunciation. Anyway, hello there, Saint-Goulid. How's it going? Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, that's a rather bold assumption to make. I'll try to assist, never you fear, but whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? I have a button. Please tell me you know literally anything about the button. I'm really coming up dry here. Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's ward northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late, there's been a man who's perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursandal, I think. This name's in the guide, and I forgot it already. Doggone it. I'll practice more later. And I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. That's finally a lead. You've been so helpful, thank you. Sorry I got your name wrong. Like at least 10 times. Ursando. Hello? I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray, leave me to my thoughts. No. I have a button, and you're going to tell me literally everything you know about it. The sigil of the D'Artancourt family. Great, another word I've said wrong. How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman. Her face, was it marred in any way? I'd feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. I beg your pardon. Please go on. This suddenly just got way more interesting. Ursandal has a confession to make regarding the mysterious murders. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the D'Artancourts. The D'Artancourt? Doggone it. Comments help. During that time, I had an honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her to regain that which she had lost, so began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful tasks as bade, obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I'd witnessed. So it was that I left Haukke Manor, my home, for nigh on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I'd resolved never to speak of my experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. Did I say that? She awaits you at Haukke Manor at the western edge of the central shroud. Go now. Go and do what must be done. Okay, this seems tangential to what I was trying to do, but Man, it just feels so good to have a lead. I'll do anything you say. All right, to Haukke Manor. Ah. The Black Shroud really is a lovely place. You know, I feel silly. I between episodes, I thought of, like, pretty much the best way to assure people that, yes, I promise the story does get really good. And in a much simpler way than I've been doing it, in all the ways I've been doing it. So, like, you remember my 1.0 primer and how cool the, like, whole Dalamud Calamity story is, the way they obliterated the 1.0 game basically by having the world destroyed and the world's doom coming in real time as players played it, and just how cool a story that was, that they were pulling together even while they were having to, like, try to patch a broken game and replace the... Am I going the right way? Not even close. And, replace the game that was already there. That story was super cool. And they might have had to put this Realm Reborn 2.0 version of the game together in an absurd rush. So this is not the work, the level of quality that they are truly capable of. But that same team that put together that really rad, like, singular Dalamud story, those are the people still in charge. And once they're able to actually, like, have the time to do what they're truly capable of, they're going to be delivering on that quality and beyond. So you've already seen what they're capable of. Feel like I should have figured out that I could just tell y'all that a dozen episodes ago and not have to keep on stressing it. Anyway, welcome to Haukke Manor. That's probably not how to pronounce it, and I don't care. Look how nice it is. It's going to be spooky, and we're going to go in. Heck with it. These little stories are kind of dragging enough. Let's do it today. I'm going to see if anybody is still up, and we're going to put together a crew. Be right back. And just like that, we've got us a squad. We will be joined today by Hyssop, Rahasti, and Ash. What are they doing? Hyssop will be a dancer, looks like. Rahasti will be a samurai. Don't know if we've had a samurai in our parties yet. And Ash will be playing White Mage. Fantastic. All right. Let's queue up. Let's go into Spooky House, Haukke Manor. Go! This dungeon's fun. Once it lets us in. Here we go. I hope you like spooky. Overall, dungeons, I think, have generally just gotten better and better with every expansion, but there are still some early ones that I think are a lot of fun. And I enjoy this one a good bit. Oh, look at our team. All very tall and good. Let's see. Got Rahasti the samurai. We got Hyssop the dancer, and Ash the white mage, who will be taking care of us. Get psyched, everyone! Yes. And also, panic because it's spooky. The emotes are too fun. Okay. Time to tank up. Tiny tanks on the job. And so small. You. I attack you, and then I stun you so that you don't hit us with that big AoE that would fear us. So what we're going to be doing through here is tanking badly, first of all. That's step one. Step two is going to be working our way through. We would go up those stairs and try to go directly to the ladies' chambers, but there's like magical seals in the way. You can't just march right on through, unfortunately. So instead, what we're going to do is go wandering around the whole dang mansion, finding a series of keys to get further in. It's basically a Resident Evil game as a dungeon. We're gonna have to go all over the dang place. I'm so small. I'm still kind of getting used to being to being a tank who is this tiny in these big dungeons. All right, so we've found a tiny key on the floor. That'll let us get a little further. There's another one. Excellent. Don't scream or whatever. Don't do whatever that move is. Just stop it. Just stop. Okay. Tiny key number 2. You know what I'm going to do after this episode? I'm going to turn off spell and battle effects for everyone but me. That is going to make things a little bit easier to look at, I feel. Okay, we're just about to our first boss here after we take care of this maidservant. There we are. The Manor Claviger, or Clavige. One of the two. Let's pick a fight. Point the enemy away from our friends. That's an important step in the tanking process, you may recall. And just do lots of damage. Come on. Be dead. Stop being stubborn and be dead. There we go. All right. Ooh, and you've dropped a green key. I will take that, thank you. And we've got some loot as well. Fantastic. All right. Now we're going to have to go this way. I believe this green key is going to fit in the ivy door. There's even little blood smears on the floor and everything. Good vibes. Now I could just take the full ramp down, but this is much faster. Hello, everyone. Skeletons, hello. All right, well, we've got a carnation door in our way here, but we do not have a key for that. We've only got tiny keys, so let's explore the rest of the very dungeon-y looking basement. I feel like any manor that has a proper dungeon in it is just like inherently bad news. Keep an eye out for keys. There's a no, that's a yellow one. Excellent. Yellow key. Okay. Use a tiny key to get in this door, and then we'll get the yellow. After we fight skeletons, we will get the other key. And that, I think, will get us through the carnation door. It hadn't really clicked with me until today how much of a straight-up Resident Evil goof they're doing with this entire dungeon. It's a mansion full of undead and scary things, and just loaded with doors that need specific weird keys. And here's our second boss, the Manor Jester and the Manor Steward. You want to take care of the Jester first for reasons I don't remember. I just remember that that's the rule. I've done all these dungeons many, many times, but I learned the why for why I do strategic choices so long ago. I don't remember any of that, but okay, I don't want to be standing in that. In the future, I'll try to come in more prepared. Actually, no, in the future, I'll have to come in more prepared, because otherwise, I'll die. These early dungeons are just relatively easy is all. Not that you can't die in them, but if you've gotten somewhat familiar with the game, they will not pose too much of a challenge for you. And there goes the steward. Excellent. I'm gonna grab a bloody parchment here. Gonna need that, I think, to break through the seal. And we got some more loot, which I should go ahead and just clear here. I don't need any of this, I'm good. I am good, but thank you very much. Now, so, the fastest way to get back to the entrance is actually just to use your return spell that you would normally use to return back to your home point crystal. In a dungeon, it returns you to the beginning of the dungeon, which, it turns out, is exactly where we want to be, and it's way faster to just return there than actually running back the whole way. So now we get to go up to the chambers. Use the bloody parchment on the sealed barrier. Hey, look at this stained glass looking stuff here on the floor. Pool of light. It's so nice. All right. There's the Manor Sentry. There's a lot of these eyeball enemies. Up. Look away from that. I don't think it actually would have hit me because I wasn't in the puddle. Sometimes you will see those like eyeball symbols, and there's not a danger puddle. That's just the symbol that you need to look away, like I was telling you today? Yesterday? I don't even remember. It's late over here. I'm honestly surprised there's still people on to join a party. I'm very happy there were enough people to form a crew. Ah, and there's our Lady Amandine. All right, then. It's fighty times. Y'all ready, squad? Y'all look ready. Okay, let's go. Now, this boss has some fun mechanics as well. that I usually see most parties just sort of ignore, but I'm going to try to actually do some of them. Just for you. Also for me, because the mechanics hurt. And I don't want to get hurt. So, these void lamps have just lit up, and now all of them are putting out a periodic AoE pulse. That hits all of us, so we need to go and interact with the thing to extinguish the lamps. All 4 of them. They will come back on, which is a minor nuisance, but so long as we remember to go turn off the lamps now and then, we should be good. Look out for the danger puddle. Okay, okay. Don't be standing in that. We're also going to be getting some ads soon, I think. We're burning her down pretty fast, though. Oh, okay, and the lamps are back on. And there's an ad as well, the ladies' candle. Hey, you come over here. Nope, you pay attention to me. You pay attention to me. And you pay attention to me. And you pay attention to me. No, don't stare at me with that thing. Just pay attention to me. All of you get hit and die. Gracious, that's a lot of enemies. I'm very glad I have a white mage here healing me, because I'm taking a lot of hits. Nope, don't blow up. Don't blow up, or whatever you're doing. Okay, we've almost got her. Yes, finish it. I don't think I've seen that limit break before. I love it. Good job, squad! Another victory for the Dantalis Theater Company. Derman's thrilled. Yay, everyone! You were fantastic! Thank you for your excellent work. Rahasti, Ash, Hyssop. Sorry if I said your names wrong. That's just the theme for today. I pronounce names wrong today. That's my thing. But yay, good job, everyone. I will do a little dance in celebration of our very good work. Thank you, squad, for getting me through yet another dungeon and looking so fashionable while doing it. I will one day be oh so fashionable. That's a dance I don't know. Where'd you get that dance? There's so many dances in this game. Anyway, okay, I should head on out. It's been a long episode today. We'll get us our loots and stuff and head the heck on out of here. Or try. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. Hello. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You're every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It's no ordinary mortal who can acquire 1 crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Heidelin shows well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to make the measure of your strength for Master La Habrea. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Well, I hope we put on a good show. I didn't tank very good. Does that make a difference? Fare you well, bringer of light. And there we go. I'm going to say a thank you to all of our good folks, and then we'll sign off for the day. Be right back. Alright, we're back in Gridania, and it's time to turn this here quest in. Check in with Ursandal. So, good news? Good news. Mixed news. Good news that'll make you feel bad. You're returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? And what has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. Well... So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they've brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed I know not how many young innocent women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore. Through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I'm an abettor to a gross crime. I'll surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. Alright. Tough break, but good for you. And I guess let's report to Minfilia. Then we'll wrap it up. That feels like what you gotta do, right? You know what, we got tickets. Tickets to the Vesper Bay, and we're gonna use them. Because I'm not running all that way. You kidding? No. So, hey, Minfilia. I didn't really solve the mystery, but I went to a haunted house, which is almost as good. I hope you'll agree. Welcome back, Derman. Full glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn to the 12's Wood? Two of La Habrea's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devils taunt us. It's beyond doubt, then, the Ascians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we're at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It's clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There's no shortage of misery in the world that the Ascians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Oh, Derman, it's okay. Yet, come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let's set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I'll summon the others. Sounds good. We're going to be doing that next week, I think. Thanks for the new axe, though. Definitely trying that on. All right. Making progress. Let's try on our new axe. What do we got? Ooh. Oh, that's fun. Fun little proportions on that one. It sort of feels fitting for me at my size. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Haunted House, and I will see you next week for some more Final Fantasy XIV story mode. Goodbye.